Hey guys, the Commander Casual here, playing my Thrasios and Tymna Millowfort deck. So we're going to lead off with this temple. This was our original opening hand, I didn't have to mulligan, and this is awesome because we got tons of lands and we got Heuristic Study. We just drew a Drift of Phantasms, which can get our Sphinx's tutelage really quick. We're going to put Psychic Spiral on the bottom because we don't need it yet. Also, I want to keep it so that if we get Tunnel Vision, we can Tunnel Vision for Psychic Spiral, which will basically dump a huge chunk of our library, and then we get Psychic Spiral, then we can cast Psychic Spiral to shuffle our graveyard back into our library and mill somebody for that much, because they're a fun little combo that I figured out when I was building this deck. Yeah, so the point of this deck is to mill people up, for those that haven't seen the deck tech or my other videos of it, by using Sphinx's Tutelage and Jace's Erasure primarily. We also have a backup of milling ourselves out and going for the Lab Maniac win. And then these two were chosen as commanders just because they help us draw extra cards and are very low cost, so we can get them out early and like pick away at people, or just use Thrasios' ability in the late game to really benefit off of it. It's called the Millowfort because it's a very heavy enchantment based deck that builds up a pillow fort, and then we mill people out. So we're playing against Corona the False God, which could be just about anything really. Really popular commander for like different 5-color tribes that people are trying to force. So this could be like a goofy tribal deck, or it could just be a random 5-color deck, 5-color good stuff or whatever. Playing against Scarab God, which is just about always zombie tribal. Sometimes it's just general graveyard value and stuff, or enter the battlefield type effects. And then Sram, Senior Edificer. So this will be very much a Voltron deck. So we'd like to get something out for protection pretty quick here. I'm going to play Temple of Silence. And we'll scry again. I love the temples. Whoever is watching this currently, if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll see that I play a lot of the temples for mana fixing. I just like them because they're a fairly budgety option for some mana fixing in your decks, and the scry is really nice earlier in the game if you're looking for lands, or if you're looking to skip land drops. Like if you don't want to, sorry, not skip land drops, but skip land draws. So if you have a really land heavy hand, and we've got a fairly land heavy hand, then you can scry away the lands, or if you're land light, you can scry away the non-lands and try and hope to draw more. This Scarab God's got a really quick start with the Ancient 2 and the Mind Stone and the Island. So if he gets his Swamp next turn, he's got his God down already, which is just a 5/5 beater on his own, really, but. Corona played a Vivid Creek, so they're doing pretty well for their land base so far for the 5-color deck. We're going to watch for them getting black, and then, yeah, obviously the mono white deck's not going to struggle at all with their mana base, or at least the colors of it. They might struggle with actual mana, but doesn't look like it so far. The nice thing about Sphinx's Tutelage is it'll mill this deck out really fast. Relative to the others, because when you draw a card, Sphinx's Tutelage lets you mill, or you can have a target player, mill the top 2 cards of their library, and if those cards share a color, they repeat the process. Interesting. Nevermore. Maybe this guy's running a 5-color enchantment deck. What's he naming? Scarab God or Sram? I can't imagine he named one of our commanders, because we can just play the other one, and neither of them are that scary. And forgot to say good luck, have fun. Sram. Okay, so this is going to put a damper on the Voltron deck, so we're a little bit safer to start then. The Sram Voltron deck's pretty cool. I've never actually run it in paper or in MTGO. I think I'm just going to Command Tower and Heuristic Study here, because we want to start drawing cards, because we're cool with pitching some of these lands. Anyway, the Sram one's really cool because it really helps out a mono. What's he doing? Please don't counter. Oh, okay, thank God. It's factor fictioning. I was like, no, don't counter the Heuristic Study. Anyway, so you play Sram, and then you can just, every time you play an aura or an equipment to put on him, you get to draw a card. So you basically run like a ton of little ones, so that you get to keep drawing cards and keep that engine going, and then you just pump them up and swing. Oh, this is tough. Uh, hmm. So if I think I've posted or talked about this in videos previously. A lot of people when they get fact or fiction, or when they like they're the target for fact or fiction, they like split the lands up and they try and make the two piles really even, which isn't necessarily a good thing. Because a lot of time fact or fictions people are looking for lands. So this guy doesn't have any black sources yet, so I'm gonna give him his two lands here, or I could split it black and blue. But I don't want to. Even if I give him the blue, then he'll have an island and Arcanus, and then he can play Arcanus later. And I don't want to let him do that. So I think I'm gonna make him take card advantage or creatures. Actually, no. We're gonna put the Phyrexian over here because he's probably okay with pitching these, because he can get them back with Scarab God later if he wants to take the lands. So we're gonna do this because if he wants. What do you suggest? I do, but I think he needs lands. If he wants. So I'm just gonna, I'm gonna consult this guy, because this guy's being non-constructive. He needs black. I mean, he named Sram with Nevermore instead of God, so... How do you suggest I split it? This, Sram is worse in a vacuum. Okay, whatever, that's not the point. I hate it when people do crap like that. It's not, because it's not constructive. Like, you have an opportunity to influence my decision here. So don't lead with irritating me. Because I'm like, people are way less likely to listen to you if you do shit like that. Like, if you come up to somebody that you're trying to like, if you get approached by a homeless person who is like asking you for change, they're not going to come up to you and be like, hey idiot, give me some change. Because you never do it. You will take whatever the swamp is in. Prob, swamped, or... Yeah, see, now we're splitting the lands, but this guy, I kind of agree with these guys now. So I normally don't like doing this, but this makes sense because he's way off playing Arcanus here because he needs the triple blue. So he can take these two, and then he can't play Arcanus, but he can play Scarab God. Or he can take this, and then he needs another black for Phyrexian, or he needs two black for Phyrexian Arena, two black for Shieldred, and then he gets an island, he can't do anything. I like that. Like, see, like this guy's just offered, like, you don't have to be overly nice about it, you just don't be a dick about it. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this. This is the right call. Like, I think this is better than my original option. I hadn't considered it. I thought about, the distribution of lands and stuff like that, but no, I think that guy had a better call. Okay, yeah, so he pitched the swamps. So, we thought he needed black, and apparently he doesn't. Or he just really wants the Arcanus quick. But yeah, like, it's like, seriously? Whatever. It's a casual format, and it's really the kind of game you play for fun. So I don't understand why people come into it with negativity and stuff like that. Like, that's why I play. If you watch any of my other videos or anything like that, I play a lot of kind of suboptimal decks, or I go for goofy strategies and stuff like that, because that's what I think is fun. Honestly, like, I don't want to play the best deck. I'm called the Commander Casual, not the Commander Competitive or the Competitive Commander. Of course, someone uses Ristic Studies ability. Boom. Lands. Not exactly what I wanted, but whatever. But yeah, like, if you're just, like, I guess you get whatever you want out of the games you play based on how you want to play them. So I guess, like, if he's enjoying himself, then whatever. But I like to take the tables enjoyment into how I play as well. I mean, it's kind of second to my own enjoyment, Because like, and I mean everybody's different. I think this deck is hilarious, and honestly, if I lost to a mill deck, I'd be like, oh, that's kind of cool. Is this guy playing a mill deck too? Oh no, right, he's playing a self mill deck. What am I talking about? Sorry, I just saw Glimpse the Unthinkable and got excited. Um, yeah, I just I think mill's really fun. But in one of my other games with this deck, and I think it was a video I posted. Um, some guy just was really, he thought mill was really lame, and he was bummed to, or he thought it was really not fun that he got milled out, and I was like, what? Like, it's not like it's a broken mechanic. It's like it's not super easy to get the mill win. That's why I built this deck around being like a pillow fort style, because it's really grindy, and I know mill wins take a long time, especially when you're looking at 3 other players. Um, the fun thing is that graveyard self mill decks have a really interesting interaction with a mill deck. So it's like you're accelerating your own clock to the mill deck, but at the same time, if the mill deck targets the graveyard deck has more resources to work with. So it's kind of like a give and take. Whereas like this, and then there's just some decks that just draw a ridiculous amount of cards, and in normal games that won't matter because they wouldn't get through their whole library anyway. But it can really tear them apart in other games. I think I'm gonna. Oh, we can't transmute this yet because we need 2 blue. So I gotta play an island and transmute it this turn. I think I'm just gonna play this and play like a Tymna. We can draw even more cards. Oh, that's not a blue source. No, we're gonna play Temple. Scry as well. I'm trying to take a little bit more time to think about my decisions. Yeah, we don't want that. I mean, like, it's a great card, but I don't want it yet. I try to take a little bit more time to think about my decisions lately. I've noticed in some of my games although I'm playing suboptimally, whatever, as, I play to have fun, I find myself not quite seeing the minutia of my hands sometimes, or making the best play that I could have. Not saying the best play that could ever have been made, just the ones that I could have made, or ones that I'd rather made after the fact that I've already. I mean, hindsight's 20/20, but I'll like make a play and then look back on it and be like, oh crap, I really wish I did this instead, or I really could have done this. So I am trying to be a little bit more patient, but I'm a pretty impulsive player. So there's a lot less social interaction in MTGO compared to. I mean, this is pretty talkative already of a game, but there's a lot less social interaction in MTGO as there is in Paper Magic, obviously. And one of the things I really like about Paper Magic is the politics of it, especially when you get together with like a group of your regular friends, because you like know each other. I think I'm actually playing with my commander group this weekend, which will be fun, in Paper at least. I'd like to somehow eventually get those videos up, or make videos of it and get them up, but I don't really have a good setup for it yet. I'd like to do MTGO content and Paper Magic content. It's just that the Paper Magic content takes a lot more production. Heck yeah, we're gonna Ristic Study. We got a Diabolic Tutor, which is awesome. We have this gross white border one because it was the cheapest, and I am frugal sometimes. I said frugal and then immediately realized that I spend money on electronic cards and paper cards. So that's not super frugal, but whatever. No, Tymna, no. Wanted Tymna. Jerkface. Swords, nice. Is he paying? Darn it! I wanted to draw an extra card. Ristic Study's so awesome. Love that card. I find whenever there's a Ristic Study on the board, it should almost always read, whenever an opponent casts a spell, you pay an extra 1. Because you should really never let these people, like, I know that's super oppressive, but like you should really never let people draw that many cards off Ristic Study. The nice thing though is there'll just about always be at least one person who will cast a spell and not pay for something. So I don't know if this guy's gonna pay here, because I guess, does this tap for mana? No. Okay, so if he pays here, he can't play. Oh, I guess he can't play Sram, because I was gonna say he can't play Sram, but Sram didn't get removed. He just can never be cast as long as Nevermore's on the battlefield. I'm not against other people playing cards like this, but I typically don't. That stop people from playing their commanders. It totally hoses some decks that are so contingent on their commanders. It's another reason I really like to play partner commanders. Is you always have options. And generally the partner commander decks I build are a lot less dependent on their specific commanders, because their abilities are usually more kind of value based and less specific. But you can also just build really cool decks with the partner commanders because you can kind of make things work. Oh, I think this guy is playing the enchantment deck with all the curses in it. That's so awesome. It's first deck. I'm excited. This just only lets him attach him to him, right? Yeah, to that player. Oh man, that's so cool. So he's probably, because the new Commander product just came out on MTGO, even though it's been out in paper for a while. So there's 5 new curses with it. There's a curse for each color. So I hope this guy's running all those, and he's doing the 5-color curse / enchantment deck. Oh, we got tunnel vision. Awesome. We can't cast it yet, but we can tunnel vision for our psychic spiral, which is like all the way on the bottom of our library. Unless we search, then it might not be on the bottom of our library. But so do we? Oh no, we just drew Sphinx's tutelage. I didn't even notice that. That's awesome. I was gonna say we're gonna transmute for it, but we ain't. Yeah, so I think we just Sphinx's tutelage here, and we'll go from there. I think I'll just play one of these tap lands. We're drawing a ton of land. Sphinx's tutelage. I'm playing it pre-combat because I want to draw a card with Tymna, and then we get a trigger off the Sphinx's tutelage. I don't know who we target though, because this Sram isn't a threat, and he's even removed stuff for us, so that feels like a dick move. Targeting him. X number of opponents that were dealt damage. So if I attack Jace, he doesn't. I have to attack Jace here so we don't draw a card. Or yeah, because I don't want. This is getting scary, and I'm the only one with creatures on board. Yuck. Yuck, 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 yuck. Yeah, so we'll just play that. Yeah, we'll attack Jace and gain some life. I mean, it's not this isn't at all bad for us. I just really wanted to draw a card and start the mill train going. I was just thinking about who we mill. I think we still go for the Scarab God. I know it kind of gives him some fuel. But he's kind of the big threat right now. I guess the enchantment deck's going to pin him down. We'll see. Because Throm deck's really not scary as long as Nevermore's on the battlefield. And I'm really the only one who's playing. We're just gonna get rid of this evolving mods. I'm really the only one who's playing, other than this guy, colors to remove enchantments. I guess there's probably a bit in this white deck, but I find that a lot of people who make Voltron decks often compromise other cards that they should use for the Voltron stuff. He's got some removal in here clearly, so maybe he hasn't, but. We'll see. Yeah, this guy's not likely to be able to get the curses off of him at any time, and the curses, honestly, can be super oppressive. We're gonna tap this as well. I should just always yes to the Rhystic Study, because I always want to draw cards. I'm assuming this guy's gonna pay, yeah. Because I've got the Toot now. Sphinx's Toot. I just get tap out so I can F8. I don't need to hold up anything. Yes. Now I draw cards. Can I always yes to this? No? Okay, not right now. See, do we? I think we're just gonna go for this play right now. He might not be happy about it. planes and a quarter shield. Yeah, so you run a ton of these like budgety artifacts or budgety equipments that costs like next to nothing or nothing with Sram, so that you just keep your draw engine going, and then you dump them all and equip them for cheap, and then you've just got a really big Sram, because you manage to get pretty deep into your library. And then you give them like was it Holy Mantle, or what's the other aura that gives protection from creatures? Anyway, you give them one of those. Oh, and then a bunch of equipments and stuff like that, and then you smash in for damage. Sorry, that was kind of a weird yawn and stretch. That's why I made weird noises. Maybe I should put a Glimpse the Unthinkable in here. I don't know. Got our Dictative Crewfix. Hey, more draws for everybody means more death for everybody. I'm just gonna pass. I wish Sphinx's Tutelage worked on colorless cards too. That'd be amazing. Because like land and artifacts and stuff, you got 2 lands, or you got an artifact and a land, or two artifacts. You could just keep milling from there. Fountain of Cho. What's this? Enters tapped, put a storage counter, remove storage counters, you add white. Oh, okay, so it's just a white storage counter land. It's kind of interesting. I've never seen this card before. Interesting. He's also got a Thawing Glaciers. I guess he's playing a mono white deck, so he wants as much like mana. I don't want to say fixing, but like I want to kind of like ramp, but like mana adjustment and lands and stuff like that. And it's mono white deck. He's probably running like a Myriad Landscape and maybe a terrain generator and stuff like that. It's one of the reasons I have a really hard time playing not green or blue, because blue draws me cards, which is more lands, and green ramps me lands, which is obviously more lands. And honestly, card draw and mana are kind of what win games. So, oh, this guy Cruel Reality'd him. That's a big one. So he sacks a creature or planeswalker, and if he doesn't, he takes 5 life. That's some damage for sure. We're just gonna hit this guy. Champion of Wits. Oh, we gave him an eternalized target. Oops. Yeah, whatever. Oh, he conceded. Okay, that's kind of soft, so we're just gonna go for the curse guy. I mean, he was gonna start to get wrecked by the curses and everything, but I don't know. It's still very early in the game to concede. Right. I kind of just want a tunnel vision here. Do we do that and just really try and mill someone out? I want to do it pre-combat so that we get to draw the Psychic Spiral. Yeah, we're going to do that. Because it's a cool combo. Let's read how this works. I reveal top cards in my library until I find the card. And the card's Psychic Spiral. Okay, so target me. I also like this art. I think that's super cool. Sorry, I'm listening to rock music. Yeah, the White Stripes are rock. Psychic Spiral. Card has been chosen. Cool. Yes, that's most of our deck. Oh Jesus, that's a lot. Look at the cards. I see them. So somebody can summon. This can't make player. Okay, thank Christ. So I think we don't draw with Tymna. I forgot that we only like scryed a couple cards at the bottom of our library. For whatever reason, I thought it was more. I really hope these guys don't have some way to make me draw cards, or I'm pretty screwed, but... So I think yeah. So we're not gonna draw with Tymna. No. And then we'll either just go off a Rhystic Study or we'll just wait for our upkeep. Discard to 7. Yeah, we'll pitch a Forest. Yeah, so I mean, people leaving the game does make the mill train a lot easier, but it's still like disappointing. Like I would have way rather this guy stayed until he died or I died or whatever happened, because that's like it's honestly it's pretty weak to bail out like that. Especially with Commander, like you really never know what's gonna happen. Like this guy could have like Hour of Devastation and blown up the entire board, or whichever the white board wipe is, or that, or sorry, the you know that I can't talk. The new there's the Hour of Cycle with Amonkhet, or Hour of Devastation, and the white one is a board wipe. He could have done that, and I think it's all non-land permanent. So he could have blown up all the curses and all my enchantments and everything if he wanted to. So yeah, you really never can know what's gonna happen in Commander. So I think staying is really worth it. And even so, it's like you entered this game, like you wouldn't just get up and leave like that in a paper game. Or if you kind of are, you're just like you're not the kind of person anyone's gonna want to play with. So your paper group won't last long. Yeah, so he's just doing the full 5-color curse deck. Which is cool. Ooh, that's a big one. Yeah, with all the enchantment support. No. Don't wanna. So this guy's scary right now, so I think we're gonna Psychic Spiral him. And he'll have to mill 80 cards, and then he's pretty much just dead. So we're gonna mill him for another 2. At least. And then yeah, we'll Psychic Spiral him and he just loses. Mill deck doing its mill thing. Psychic Spiral. Wait, who's the first target player? Player puts that many cards from his or her library into his or her graveyard. Oh, so we just shuffle regardless. This guy mills. Okay, got him. Get him. And he's gonna leave, so he's gonna unsatisfyingly give me the mill. Oh no! It didn't resolve properly. Oh, but we've got the Maniac. Oh my god, I forgot about that. I was like, oh no, we lose. I have Maniac in hand, so I still win. So this guy like tried to spite me. That's so awesome that we had the Maniac in hand. I didn't even think of that. Oh my god, that makes me so happy. Actually, we're gonna undo that. Can we play anything for 2? No, we can't. Okay, screw it. That's honestly that. Not only did this save our bacon, but is so satisfying. This was the guy that was being shitty before as well. Sorry for swearing, but he was. No. I want to make sure I don't like accidentally die here. Yeah, so how that interaction worked, for those that didn't quite understand it, is he quit the game while my spell was still on the stack, targeting him. So because he yes, we're gonna draw a card here. It's so spooky. Sorry, I was focusing. Because he quit the game with my spell on the stack, targeting him, he basically like ceased to be a target, and so because the spell had no targets, it didn't resolve. So it didn't shuffle my graveyard back into my library, because it doesn't. If there's no target, the spell doesn't resolve at all. It's not like it only resolves the part that doesn't target. No, because we don't want to lose yet. We just want to. This is the first time we'll get the Lab Maniac win with this deck. Yeah, the other option with Psychic Spiral is to go for Lab Maniac. You got pro blue-red man. Oh no. So if we... I need to draw a card or mill myself. Because he can ping the... He can ping the Lab Maniac. Oh no, maybe we don't have the win because he got the Fire and Ice. Because now we can't draw a card either. Oh no. What's our last card? Decree. Are we dead? Oh, we can deep analysis. Thank God. Whew. I was like, I've got to look for something in my graveyard. And that's the win with Lab Maniac. Woo! Oh no! Oh, we can draw a card though. Yes! Okay, thank you. Whew. Whew. That was so close. Yeah, so because he didn't leave an extra mana up, we could pay for the path. Mystic Study. On path. He was confused as to why I still won. Because he just didn't have an extra one. Oh man, that was close. Oh, awesome game though. Except for this guy leaving. And this guy being kind of a jerk. But other than that, great game. Thanks for watching, guys. Please check out my channel if you want to see more videos of this deck or more unique decks that I've built. I got lots of different decks up there now. I think I have 8 different decks as of this recording. And I'll be posting lots more in the future. Please leave a like if you've liked the video. Comment on anything you feel like commenting on in the game. I know I play pretty suboptimally, and some people are starting to get on that, so go for it. Have a good one, guys.